ready to draw Hey Hey?
I am. Let's get started.
All right, today we're gonna start the middle of our paper right here. And we're gonna draw a V. Coming off that V, I'm gonna draw a little mountain coming down. Other side, a little mountain coming down. We're gonna go ahead and join those two mountains by drawing a little half circle on the bottom. And on the top, we're gonna draw a nice tall mountain over and down. In that mountain, we're gonna draw a little oval on one side and a little oval on the other side. Coming over to this side, I'm gonna continue this line coming down. It's gonna come down just a little ways below, and then it's gonna have a U on the bottom. After the U, it's gonna curve in a little bit and follow along coming up and attaching at the top. Similar on the other side, this side comes down. We do a U. It circles back in, following along, coming up and attaching. They aren't the same length, and that's totally okay. No worries. Down pretty low between the two. I'm just gonna draw a line coming across. Straight across is fine. And then I'm gonna jump over to the other side and do a little line coming out on each side, so it makes that line just a little longer. From there, I'm gonna come back up here to my furthest point out, and I'm gonna start an oval. So there's the bottom part of an oval. It's gonna come out, curving back up, and we're gonna stop it right about there. Now this line doesn't quite touch, so I'm gonna come back down and just touch it out to my bottom part of my oval. Same thing over here, starting at my furthest point out up here on the top, and I'm gonna start bringing it down and out to make the bottom part of my oval coming up. And you'll notice it just comes a little below my line that once again I'm gonna attach. There we go. Now coming back over to my line, I want the top to be just as big as the bottom, so I'm gonna come up nice and tall for the top of my oval and bring it over. Just like that. Same thing on the other side. Bringing it up. Nice and tall. We want it about the same height, so I need to come up even higher. There we go, and I'm gonna loop it over and stop. All right. Now from here, where I stopped my ovals, I'm gonna make a smaller oval. So I'm gonna come up and bring it down. And I want it to touch back here. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom. Smaller oval coming down and back up. This one doesn't connect. I'm going to connect it in. There we go. And I want to curve this one a little bit back in. Up here, this one I want to bring it down just a little bit further. There we go. And now I want to do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to come up about the same height as that side, so I need to go a little higher and curve it down. Now this one didn't touch, so I'm going to bring it down to meet up, just like that. Same thing on the other side. So from here, I'm going to make about the same, coming down, back up. I want to come past here and up a little higher. So this line, once again, I just need to make sure it connects. There we go. Now from this hole that I left right here, I want to draw a nice big circle. And you'll notice my circle goes outside right there. It doesn't stay in. Same thing on this side. I want to draw a nice big circle. It wants to come past here and back in. They're about the same size, so that's looking pretty good. Right here in the middle, I want about a finger width above the nose, so about right there. And I'm going to draw a curved line going diagonal and up. And then I want it to go out a little bit, just like that. Over on the other side, I want this to curve up. So that's almost kind of like a V. And it's going to come up and out. So this is about equal here. And I want this to make a nice curved line coming up, kind of like a C, up and over. Now, from here, I'm going to come not at the top, but a little ways down, and I'm just going to draw a line in, and on the other side, a line across, just connecting it. From the top right here, I want to round it and bring it down. I'm going to start below it and bring another line coming up and over. I'm going to mount another mountain coming up and over. About the middle, I want to come up with a little curve to it. I'm going to curve that top, bringing it down. And then my back line here, I'm going to bring it up a little higher, and then I'm going to curve it over and connect it down, just like that. Now we're going to come down here and inside of this little piece we have hanging down under his beak, we're going to do a slow diagonal coming down and out. Over on the other side, just inside that one, kind of similar, a shorter diagonal. From here to here, I'm going to come up, down. And these aren't straight, they have a little curve. Up, down. Up, I'm going to switch ways, down. Up, down. Up, I'm switching directions again, down, up, down, and up. Now those can be big, small, doesn't matter. They can be different. Just make them your own. From here, this original diagonal, we're going to bring it down just a little longer. Over on this side, I have it curving in. I'm going to keep that curve going, bringing it down and over. I want to stop right in the middle of the beak. I'm going to turn it back up just a little, like so. Right at that point, I'm going to draw a little line coming down, a diagonal going out, and a diagonal going out. From this bottom point, I'm going to curve a diagonal up and attach. This side's a little different. I'm going to curve it coming up, but you'll see there's nowhere for it to really attach, so I want it to stop just a little shorter than that one. Now over here, I'm going to draw a curved line, almost like a U, but this side didn't quite go back up. From right here, I'm going to draw a bit of a mountain coming up. I'm going to kind of give it a little sharp turn right there. I'm going to do not a sharp turn, just a little turn coming in. I'm going to do another piece coming out and back. So I go just below here, I'm going out, curving it, and bringing it back. So I did 3 going out, and now I'm going to head back in. So I'm going to start up here and just do a curved line like so, and a curved line like so. Over here on this side, I want about the same height. This is a wing over here, and I want about the same height right here. I'm just going to draw a little piece of his other wing. So it comes out past this side, and then it comes back in just like that. Right here, I'm going to draw 2 little lines on the outside, 1, 2, and a longer line in the middle. From these 2, I'm going to draw a line coming back in. It almost touches the center. I'm going to draw another tiny line on each side and curve those in. They almost touch. One more time. Almost touching. I have a long line coming out on each side. Make those a little longer. There we go. Now I'm going to draw a little mountain with a wide U on the bottom. Another mountain, wide U at the bottom. Another mountain, wide U at the bottom. I'm going to keep going, another one. The bottom is almost flat. Little points at the end that are like the toenails of the feet. There we go. And now we have the tail. So right here, I'm going to draw a curved line coming up. I'm going to pretend it skipped over his face and it's falling back down. I'm going to curve it back in and down. A little bit smaller down here. Going up, I'm actually going to do a diagonal backwards and go again. And then I'm going to bring it back in, like so. I'm going to do another arch up and over. I'm going to start back in further and do another one. And then I'm going to do another one, coming down, coming up. Starting below it, I'm going to do another one with a line coming in. Same thing, another line coming down, up, down, up, down, up. And I added 2 little lines in there just to add some extra accents. And that's it. There's our Hei Hei. All that's left now is to color.
All right, this might be one of my favorite drawings. Are you ready to see the final product? I hope you had as much fun as I did. Be sure to like, be sure to follow, and please subscribe because I would love to have you come back for more How to Draw.